You're listening to
My Mama's Daughter. Today, we talk about astrology.
and we celebrate Allie's golden birthday.
Mom!
Hi guys!
Welcome back to another episode of My Mama's Daughter.
Can you believe it's episode 4?
It's not. It's episode 5.
Sorry, I'm so confused because I'm so excited that today's a special episode. Today is Allie's golden birthday.
For those of you who don't know what a golden birthday is, it's not just an excuse for me to celebrate my birthday because, you know, I love my birthday, but it is actually when you turn the age of the day you were born. So I'm turning 28 on May 28th.
Yay! So let's
Woo.
cheers to that.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, honey.
Cheers.
So 28 years today. 28 years ago today. So how does it feel? Do you feel different?
No, I don't feel like I ever feel different when I turn
And you?
an age.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be the case when I'm 30.
What are your goals for 28 then?
For 28, I think that for 28, my goals really are to just kind of live a different lifestyle, like a healthier lifestyle. I also really want to focus on sustainability. I mean, it's something that has always been super important to me, but I haven't been the best at following through with it. So I definitely want to get better about that.
Yeah.
And to just continue to learn to love myself, I guess.
I think you're pretty good at doing that kind of stuff, but do you think that it'll be a challenge because now you've been living at our house?
Yeah, totally. I think that's something we should do for one
Yes.
of the episodes. Or it's like maybe take a month of trying to be completely waste free.
Yeah.
I think that could be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think that it'll be good for me to push you guys, but definitely tempting. We order out a lot, so that's a lot of waste there. So we just got to get good at that. I mean, obviously, this is not at all how I envisioned my 28th birthday to be in
Going
quarantine.
into, yeah.
I wanted
was
to have
gonna
like a
say.
big golden birthday. I wanted to have it kind of like Austin Power Gold Member themed is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to dress up as Gold Member, like literally prosthetics, bald cap, everything, because I just love getting into character like that, hence my Post Malone Halloween costume.
My mama saw she on TV, she don't change ever since I was young.
But now, obviously,
I
due to
know.
quarantine, it all went to shit.
This 2020 has just been crazy for everybody. I mean, as you know, we
Yeah.
talked about it before, but my 50th was ruined too.
course.
I mean, it wasn't ruined. I mean, I'm lucky we all are still here, but I think this year for everyone celebrating
Yeah.
anniversaries.
And that's why I'm trying not to, I mean, like I said, I love my birthday. I love celebrating it. But I'm trying really hard not to get upset or emotional about it because there's a lot of people who've gone through this, and at the end of the day, it is just another birthday, and doesn't really matter the birthday, but it matters about like
Well, you'll definitely remember it. That's for sure.
for sure. But on a positive, my brother is here, so that's super exciting to have him here. We're all going to be living in the same house.
I know.
The first time since I was in high school, so it's going to be a very special few months, and now I'm getting emotional because what the fuck? I don't know. Because I think that is a really special part about it, and it's like
That'll only
yes,
make you remember more of it.
exactly. And although I'm not gonna have the party I planned, it's very rare that we're all together on my birthday. So that's kind of the best gift that I can ask for. Fuck.
So cute, so cute, so cute. Allie Cook. What the
It
heck?
doesn't help that I'm on my period too.
I know.
But that being said, that's kind of like What was your 28 like? I mean, obviously you had all of us by then, right? Or you were pregnant with Gavin.
I had Gavin at 28. Let's see. He was born in November, so I was pregnant with
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
So
it was not special because it wasn't like a golden or anything. It was just my birthday, whatever.
And your year, obviously you had Gavin. What else happened in 28 for you?
I don't remember. I mean, I was excited because I was having a boy, but I was on bed rest, so I really couldn't do much.
You didn't do any trips or anything?
No, definitely not. So it was
So your birthday looked a little bit like mine then, having to stay home.
I was kind of in quarantine.
Exactly.
I couldn't celebrate.
Maybe that's why. Maybe this is just a sign.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think that for you have a lot to look forward to because you know that this is going to be over eventually. And hopefully by your 30th, you have big plans.
Oh, I do. I have big plans for my 30th.
You do. And I'm looking forward to that for sure.
No, for sure.
So you'll be good.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you're here because you're right. We don't get to spend your birthday with you. We got to spend your 25th with you.
True,
but Gavin wasn't there.
21 yet, so he couldn't go to Malibu Wines. But, yeah, I mean, and then it's just like reflection on the last 28 years of my life. Just like, fuck, I feel really old, but I also feel like I've experienced a lot that has made me grown in a very positive way.
Yeah, think of everything you've done in I think back of, when I could remember you as a little girl, and it's like now I think of you as this, listening to you sit next to me we're coworkers now, and listening to you talk on the phone. I mean, I'm just like, wow, so I'm very impressed at the way you talk, like, because I listen to your goofy self, I listen to your bitchy self, I listen to you, everything about you, and I'm so proud of you and how you've grown and become a woman, and, and I just love that I could call you my daughter.
Thanks, Mom. Fuck. Yeah, I definitely have made some poor decisions in my life, and I think that looking back at them now, I'm like, well, I kind of needed those to happen in order to make the choices I make now, and I'm so, oh my God.
Jeez Louise.
I act like I'm like dying tomorrow. Like, jeez, I am really thankful not only to you guys as parents but to my family and to all of my amazing friends. Oh my God. Note to self, don't shoot a podcast on your period.
Yeah.
No, I really am. Hang on a minute. I really am thankful not only to you guys as parents, but also to all of my family and all of my friends who've made me the woman I am today. I couldn't have gotten here without you guys and your support and your love, and I just feel so loved as a person and as a woman from you guys, and you guys encourage me every day. I have the best friends in the world who are so inspiring to me. I have amazing coworkers, an amazing boss. I've had amazing bosses in the past. And then, of course, my rock and my foundation, which is my family. So thank you guys for making me who I am at 28.
Yes.
And I don't want to cry anymore because I put on a lot of makeup. So.
I know. It felt good, though, to get ready today. But
that being said, I mean, one thing that I really like to look into, especially around my birthday, is my zodiac sign, because I like reading up in it. Obviously, like, I don't take it as an end all. Like, I don't look at it and be like, okay, these are facts. Like, but I like reading into it. I think it gives like an insight into like my personality. It makes me feel better sometimes, and
Wito may not like it.
Yeah. Or, I mean, anybody who doesn't believe in it might not like it, but I think it's very insightful. And
it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do it like, in magazines and things like that. I'd read about it, and then I got more and more into it through friends. Now I have this app called CoStar, which I love.
But you also have a tattoo, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Duh. My little Gemini constellation tattoo. You can kind of see there. But because of that, I mean, we wanted to have someone who really likes the zodiac sign and astrology a lot more than I do, and she reads up on it all the time. She's not an expert per se,
she's not.
but she does. I think she's more knowledgeable, or has at least access to, like, she has a bunch of books and things like that.
She's very cute about it too.
That she reads into it.
Yeah.
And we love her. She's my cousin Jazzy. She's 22. She's really into astrology, and she's our special guest on today's episode. So we're going to start our call with her now, so you guys can get to meet her and just get to know a little bit more about us. And if you're a Gemini or a Pisces, a little bit more about yourself. Hey, Jazz.
Thank you so much, Jazzy, for being part of our podcast. We're so happy to have you on here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
And obviously, because it is Gemini season, I wanted to have you on to kind of talk about our zodiac signs, because I love reading about them. I can't say I'm like super educated in the fact that if I meet someone, I'm like, oh, this is how we're compatible or how we're not. So we wanted to get your input, since you're super into it and you read up on it probably more than I do. So
we know you're not an expert, but we know that you love to look into it. And we know that it's just in your blood, since your mother loves it too.
Yes.
She loves that.
Yes. So tell us, one, obviously being a Gemini, which I think is the best sign, that you get along with everybody and you're just super charismatic, which is a very Gemini thing to say.
That is true,
But
though.
Is it?
it is true, right?
No, yeah. You guys get kind of a bad rep
I
because people
know.
think you're like two-faced because of the twin symbol you have.
Yes.
But I disagree, and I might be a little biased because I'm a Gemini moon. So I also have a lot of your character traits and stuff. But really, you're just really good at putting yourself in different environments and like adjusting your personality to wherever you are and whoever you're around, and like it just is like
That's
another
true.
way of like how you respect people that you're around. Like you're not going to act a way that's going to make them feel uncomfortable. Like you want to make sure they feel comfortable too. I think that's pretty healthy
agree.
and positive.
With that. You are like
Yeah.
that.
To your point, it's really just adjusting to the room. And I remember in school I would get in trouble a lot because I was very talkative, still I am, and my teacher would try to move me next to like the quietest person in the class, and I would still get them to talk somehow. And it was just so bad. But like, I don't know, I feel, I don't know if is this true, but like I feel like I'm a very empathetic person, and maybe that has to do with my other rising and moon. But is that a Gemini trait?
That you can
That I'm
bring
very empathetic?
I would say like yes, because you're able to be around a lot of different people and make them feel comfortable. That's where your empathy does come into play, and that's why I think it is so strong for you,
And
specifically.
what are the negative traits about Geminis?
Okay, so as far as negative traits, I could only really give you my answers from experience, because I don't really focus on reading the negative stuff about certain like horoscopes and stuff. I like to just focus on the positive things. But like I have had friends who are Geminis, and myself having that as a rising, and then you being a Gemini, I do kind of see like, oh, these may be the negative traits that people would say, which would be like mood swings, very heavy mood swings, like insane, like super, super, super happy, and then all of a sudden like, why are you talking to me? I don't ever want to see you again in my life.
Yep.
And then just like because you guys are very like decisive, like you're really good at making a decision, you feel like that's kind of like the right thing and the only like proper decision in this scenario. It's the only one that makes sense. It's what came to me, and therefore it is right, and you should be listening to me, and I don't know why you're not, kind of thing. So just little stuff like that, where like certain people are like butt heads with that kind of personality or trait, I would say.
Yes, I feel like I am very stubborn. I think you can
Yes,
attest to that.
it's her way or no way, and I always have an argument with her, especially like during this podcast. Like we sit there and she'll be like, "But why wouldn't you do it this way?" And it's like, I didn't read it that way, or I don't see it that way, and it's just constant. But one of the things you were saying earlier too, it's like I think she's like a chameleon, like you guys were saying, like she can just sneak into somewhere and then you're like, what the heck? You know, she just fits in to whatever scenario there is.
I mean, trust me, I feel like there are a lot of people who probably find me very, very annoying.
Yes,
and
or too
hence
loud.
why they're not friends with me.
Yes.
But, and they're probably like, they're probably not watching this, but if they are, they're like rolling their eyes right now. But
Yes.
I do feel like I am a chameleon in that sense.
Yes.
But obviously, it's not all about me. So I wanted to also hear one about my mom's Pisces trait, because one of my best friends is, well, a few of my best friends are actually Pisces. So what, one is her traits, and two, how are we compatible and how do we work together and how does that affect our relationship?
So I'm going to, full disclosure, just kind of read off some stuff, if that's okay, because like I said, I'm not like a super expert on the Pisces. Sorry, Pisces people. But as far as, I do know that they're water signs, so they have a lot more, like they're very in tune with their emotions. And so they are like, also because they're so emotional, they're very empathetic as well. But they have kind of like this idea of a routine that they've kind of like not made up, but it's just like as soon as they found a routine that worked with them in their head, then that's what they just like stick with, and it's like comfortable, kind of like just like this, they've hopped on a wave and they like to stay on that one, you know. But it says that Pisces discovered the best route to finding inner peace is to give to others, and in many aspects this is the most generous and selfless sign. They tend to give a piece of themselves to anyone they care for, and often get a lot of satisfaction from helping others in general, which I think is really true, because Auntie Gabby, you are definitely a giver, and like I know you have helped a lot. You've helped me personally, like financially and just like emotionally, and then I know you help all of the cousins and like just take them all on as like they're your own children. So sweet, so selfless. Yeah.
Don't cry.
I know. Thank you, Jazz.
No, but it's true. This is facts.
Thank you.
And then it also says they think with their heart and not their head, tending to dislike confrontation or hurting others in any way, and often having difficulty saying no or leaving bad situations or relationships. They tend to always go with the flow, and friction of any kind drains their energy. So
And of course, what are her negatives?
I was going to say one side effect of this would just be that Pisces are easily taken advantage of and manipulated by people who aren't genuine or like uncaring and or bossy perhaps. So it can kind of create like a vicious cycle of lowered self-esteem, self-worth, and increase like the need for approval, typically from the person who is bad for them. So but as far as
she's reevaluating.
It's so real.
It is so real.
no, that was pretty accurate. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so how is she compatible with me? Or like what is our relationship like based off of the signs?
Well, as far as just from what I said about the two, like without like reading into any other things, I would say that you guys both share like being people pleasers. Like, you both want to make sure that people around you are happy and like satisfied, because knowing that people around you feel good and that they are like in a good mood makes you guys feel better. But it could potentially like create this like desire for always wanting to like make people happy, and therefore you're not really being true to yourself sometimes. So you kind of get lost in the sauce, I would say, for lack of better terms. But it's really easy for you. So because of that, because you guys are givers and like generosity is kind of like your love language, that's where you guys connect and like have that compatibility, because you both want to make each other feel good, you know? So you know how that feels. But because like Allie has like the crazy like mood swings and changes of like how she is, just like even like going from one thing to another, like you're very quick at like changing your interests pretty much. I think it throws off Auntie Gabby, because she's like, all right, we're going to go full force into this because this is what you just told me you want to do, and we're going to do it. And then like 2 days later, I was like, yeah, wait, I want to do this now. And Auntie Gabby's like, wait, I just put so much energy into this right now, and now you don't want to do it anymore. Which might just be like also a mother-daughter thing, because as I said that out loud, I realized I do that to my mom all of the time.
And what about my mom's love compatibility? Is she with the right man?
Oh my god. So actually that was really interesting for me to look up, because Uncle Chris is an Aquarius and my dad is also an Aquarius, and these people are just intricate individuals. But I was looking into Allie, you and your dad's sign are fully compatible. Like you have like, I want to say 100% in like love and like 3 other things, and then so overall 85% compatibility, and that's like your highest compatibility with like all of the signs.
So I need to find an Aquarius.
So you need to find someone like your dad.
God help me.
Well, my dad is an Aquarius too.
Yeah, wait, so is my mom compatible with Aquarius or no?
So that's where I'm kind of sad because... Okay, so I wrote it down. Hold on.
And just so, like, so you guys know, Jazzy like hates any negativity at all. So this is probably really hard for her.
She's like, well, Allie, you are. Well, trying to just avoid the question.
I steered away from it because I was like, wait.
Yeah. I'm like, no, we gotta go. This is not to say that tomorrow we're gonna file divorce papers if this is what she says, but
okay, but I love you guys together, so don't do that. But basically, you guys have like 45% compatibility, and it's not looking too hot. But I kind of just wrote like quick little notes. It says that you have like a lot of chances to create a harmonic union full of mutual admiration, respect, and cooperation as friends and business partners. However, that kind of tends to be a mismatch when it comes to love. So I think it's because Aquarius, I don't know, it's a lot.
Well, I think that this is a perfect example of like how you can use the signs almost as guidelines, but then, you know, use your own experience to make, you know, a decision about a person. Like, I'm not going to only
date Aquarius.
Like, are there any signs that I need to, like, steer clear of according to zodiacs?
Maybe another Gemini.
No. I think that aren't Gemini and Gemini compatible as well?
Yeah, I think dang, I didn't really look into who you need to steer clear from, but I know that you're really compatible with like Libras, Leos, Geminis, and Aquarius, and I think Aries as well. And then the other ones were kind of like, not necessarily you need to steer clear, but they just weren't as compatible.
Yeah.
So I would say like in that.
So if you're any of those signs that Jazzy just said,
holler at your girl.
That sounded so thirsty.
It wouldn't be this podcast if you didn't say that.
I know, true. So I find it very interesting because when I was in college, one of my friends was really into astrology as well, and she kind of introduced me to what a rising sign was, but I got the time wrong. I thought it was the PM or the AM. What was it?
It was PM.
Yeah, and then it wasn't until later when I saw my birth certificate that it was PM, and I realized, oh no, my rising is actually a Scorpio and my moon is an Aries. So that's something I learned about later in life, and now that I'm reading more about that, I'm like, yes, because I have Scorpio tendencies and traits, and maybe that's why like I have so many Scorpio, aside from our family, which is so many Scorpios. I have a lot of Scorpio friends as well. So I'm like, that's probably why. But what is, for people who don't know the difference, like what's the difference between your sun and moon? Because I know my CoStar app tells me, but you can tell us.
That's what I use too, Allie.
I know.
But yeah, so your moon sign, so basically your sun sign is what we kind of like go with as far as like when you were born. So for me, I'm a Leo because I was born July 30th. That's my sun sign. But and that is like kind of like your identity, your ego, and your overall role in life. And then your moon sign is always going to be, not always actually, but is different usually. And that is the one that controls your emotions, your moods, feelings. And so for you, Allie, I looked up your thing, and it was, so you're a Gemini sun, and that pretty much kind of was like saying how you're quick-witted, eclectic, and curious, fascinated by everything. Their childlike energy is often scattered in a million directions. And then your moon is an Aries, excuse me, and then it says that you guys are, your emotional self is independent, energetic, and enthusiastic, and you feel inadequate and overcompensate just because failure is a possibility, which is probably like why you overthink relationships, as far as like if you even want to put in an effort for one and take the risk that involves like giving yourself to somebody, you know, because you think like if this doesn't work out, then I will have just wasted a bunch of my time and wasted his time or her time, and it's just, it's gonna hurt too much.
Did you say his or her time?
It's 2020, Allie. I'm open to everything, okay?
Yeah, that's a conversation we had actually the other day, and we're probably going to get more into in our dating episode. But that is very true. And I was trying to explain that to my mom, and she just didn't understand it. Like, she couldn't wrap her head around it. But yes, that explains it.
I do.
So what is your like ascendant or rising mean? Because mine's in Scorpio, and what does that mean?
So basically your ascendant or rising is overall your social personality, the mask that other people see, the one that you present to people, and it's seen through your style or how your first impression kind of goes with somebody. So for you, I would say right here, because you are a Scorpio rising, that you're sensitive, empathetic, and easily influenced by your environment, and you often have an approach to life that is deeply rooted in your emotions. And then because of your intense and tenacious drive, it kind of comes off as intimidating and powerful, and if not malicious and aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely feel that one. I feel like people have this perception that I'm like extremely confident because I am so loud and outgoing, but I don't feel that way ever. And then also I feel like because I am louder and like you mentioned earlier, which is part of a Gemini trait, and I feel like this kind of doubles and makes it even more intense and aggressive. Like when we fight as a family, because we do have 2 Scorpios in our family, they're kind of the same way, and I think this is probably where we all butt heads, but we say things in a way that we don't mean to come off aggressive or malicious, but yet it does to the other person, and maybe it's because we all have these traits within our family.
And then I just want to run to my room and hide.
Yeah, she does. She's like,
Also,
and I go cry.
you guys are, so Scorpios are water signs, and then you're an air sign. And then I think Uncle Chris is an air sign too. Yeah. So it's just like water and air. And then seeing the way you guys interact with each other and like being around it, I definitely do see like you guys like to whip each other with like comments and stuff that will like pierce them. But then you're like, oh shoot, I didn't actually mean to say that. Like I wasn't trying to be mean, but it just comes out like that. Because you're speaking with your emotions a lot.
Yes.
So sometimes like our emotions don't get filtered, and therefore they kind of just are super raw and like intense. Mm-hmm. But
that's the basic, like that's exactly how our family
yes.
fights are. Is that it can go from a simple thing that we just like all just go at it, and then 5 seconds later we're like, okay, like so what are we watching on tonight?
Should we play a family game?
No, that's so true. So
totally.
I think it works out for the most part. You guys have learned how to like adjust to your signs and your personality traits because of your signs, and you guys still have the foundation of love in your family, you know, like you want to just see each other grow and be the best versions of each other. And like I've always like admired that too, and how even as kids I remember like Allie, Kristen, Gavin all just like have always admired Auntie Gabby and Uncle Chris. You know, you guys have always loved them and looked up to them, and because you care about them so much, you also want them to be better, you know, like than they are right now. And sometimes saying things to them like you should work on this could seem like you're attacking their personality or their character, but at the same time you're just like, no, I see potential, and I think that if this happens, then you could just thrive. And that's very harmonious to have in a family, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's cute.
Totally.
Thanks, Jazzy.
Thanks, Jazz. You just,
cute.
I know, I love that. Every time I talk to you, I feel
you're so soothing.
Much better about myself.
Huh?
Yes,
It's so
I feel
therapeutic.
like you give me such a positive outlook on like and life, and I, like you mentioned earlier, like focusing on the positives versus the negative in the zodiac signs. Like I remember reading about Gemini's negative traits and being like, well, fuck, like, does this make me a horrible person? Like, I just, like, would always think that. But I think it is a nice approach to maybe look at only the positives of your sign. And you can still acknowledge the negatives, but know that that's not necessarily what you're made up of. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, if you're watching this and you don't believe anything about the zodiac sign, that's fine, too. But, like, I just think that it's nice. It's interesting to read about.
Yeah.
Just
but I like
a little bit more
I like that we wanted you to do this because you are such a refreshing and you're so calming, and I love just talking to you because you always make us laugh for one, but you're always so calm, and you're just like you never judge. Open-minded, but you just have this calming self about you, and I just love that about you, Jazzy. And sometimes you're a good dancer.
This was fun.
Well, I love you, Jazzy.
Love you, Jazz. Thank you so much for coming on. Any last words?
I just want to say I love you guys so much. I miss you guys all of the time, and I wish we were closer, because when I'm around you guys, I feel like I definitely thrive as well, and you guys motivate me to just be also the best version of myself and continue at school, just being a good person, like being family oriented. So I constantly miss that energy that you guys bring, and I'm really appreciative of it. And I know that when I see you guys, it'll be great and it's gonna be so much fun, and I'm grateful for that. I'm really happy you guys asked me to do this. It was super fun, and I was actually really nervous about it, but it wasn't that bad. I had fun, and I hope I see you guys soon. I'll have to either drive up there or fly up there. Skirt, skirt.
Well, we love you. Thank you.
Bye, Jazzy.
Bye. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. I know we loved having that little zodiac moment on my birthday.
Yes.
But if you enjoyed Jazzy as well, you can follow her at Jazzy Pants _ listed below. She also does really cute crochet sets, so you can get tops and shorts and bikinis and all those cutesy little things.
She just picked it up during quarantine.
Yeah. She's
So
really
cute.
into it and super good.
Yeah.
And speaking of accounts to follow, of course, because it is every other episode that we mention this,
Yes.
we wanted to call out our favorite accounts to follow now.
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
I like to follow Jessica Alba. She is powerful I feel like she's young because she's younger than me. So she's a young woman who is a very successful entrepreneur, mother, actress. So I think she's a powerhouse, and I just like what she stands for, and I admire her, and I just think she's funny and beautiful, and I just like seeing what she is up to and what's next for her.
And my favorite account to follow right now is Good Earth Fluence, which was started by one of my good friends from high school's younger sister, who I consider a friend, Brittany Hodemacher. She got her Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science from USC, and she got her Master's from the University of Washington in Marine Affairs. So I really like following this account she created because, you know, my goal for 28 is to live a more sustainable lifestyle and have less waste. And this Instagram account is about that. So how you can live more sustainably, and it also talks about environment and climate education. So you kind of learn about what's going on in the news that's relevant to it and what you can do to make changes in your life and be a little bit more sustainable as well. So obviously for this next year, that's one I'm going to follow very closely. And if you want to do that too, then
And follow her.
then you follow her. And if you want to be inspired by
A powerful
young entrepreneur mom who also makes really good TikToks, then follow Jessica Alba.
Yes.
So of course, it wouldn't be my birthday episode without us playing a game. And my game of choice for today was song association.
Yes. She's going to kill it. I know it.
It's one that we have seen online a couple times and kind of incorporated into our family, and we played it for the first time the other day. It's really fun. I would say some of us are better than others. Me and Kristen. We kind of went head to head.
Yeah.
And I thought Dad would be really good at it, but
Not so
he's
much.
not.
He's not good under
He couldn't think
pressure.
on his feet, yeah.
Not good under pressure. But it's
But
fun.
we'll set up now and get ready to play. So, like we said, this is song association. So the rules of the game, we're going to be given a word. We have 15 seconds to sing a song or come up with a song that, not come up with, but name a song that includes that word in it. And if we know it, you grab the orange. So whoever grabs the orange first gets the opportunity in 15 seconds to sing or remember a song.
Okay. But then I could rebuttal, right?
You can rebuttal. So if I get it, I get 2 points. If I grab the orange first, say a song, I get 2 points. Then Mom has another opportunity to gain points and 15 seconds to...
But then I only get 1 point.
But you only get 1 point.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Let's go.
Ready?
Top.
I know it.
Talk dirty to me.
Top.
Oh, top.
Top.
Top. Mm.
Come on, go to.
Mm.
Okay. You put my love on top, baby. You're the one that I love. You're the one I need. You're the only thing I see. Love on Top by Beyonce.
Neck.
My neck, my back, lick my and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my and my crack. But you want to put your back into it. Okay, sorry.
Don't be aggressive. Jeez Louise. Neck. There has to be a sexy song about the neck. Nope. I suck at this. Why do you pick these games that I'm not good at?
You're not good at any game.
I'm just letting you do this because it's your birthday.
I would like you to try real hard.
I just did.
Ready? Teenage.
Teenage Lover. What's that Katy Perry song?
Nope. You have to sing it right or you don't get it. Yes, give it to me. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream when you turn me on.
Okay, another one. Run.
No.
Running. I don't know, wait.
Who run the world? Girls. Who run the world? Girls. Who run this mother? Ooh. Who run this mother?
Okay, we're gonna go till Mom
Beyonce.
gets
Run the
one.
world.
Wasn't one that went running. There's
Yeah,
something-
and the beat goes running.
Yes, that's what I meant.
But you didn't sing it.
Just give me 1 point for that.
No. Hot.
I'm getting hot now too.
Me too. Games can be really hot.
Lollipop.
I wanna lick you from your head to your toe. Like a lollipop. I wanna lick you like a lollipop.
Wait,
Isn't that a song?
who sings it?
Who sings it?
I'll give you that one. If you
If
can name who sings
Wait,
it.
why? Isn't it a song?
Yes.
Then why do you have to know who sings it?
Okay.
No.
It was Lil Wayne.
It's Lil Wayne.
Oh.
Mine, to rebuttal, is I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the
50 cents.
lollipop. It's 50 cent. Not cents. And it's actually...
I said 50 cent.
It's not 50, it's 50.
I said 50. Oh my god, it's hot in here.
Sorry.
Is it
Are you
too
kidding?
late to do sorry?
Keep going.
Is it too late to say sorry?
Who's that by?
Justin.
Okay, bye. Cause baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Demi
Okay.
Lovato.
Boots.
These boots were made for walking, and that's just what I'll do.
Oh, well, that's what I was gonna sing. No. Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so thick with her get back stare.
I don't know where you know all these fucking songs.
Daughter.
Go.
Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls become mothers. Girls become lovers who turn into mothers. So, mothers, be good to your daughter too. I don't even remember who sings it, but I get that point. For
How do
daughter.
you know all these fucking songs? Okay, fine, you one. All right, fine, you one. Okay, one more.
Mama.
Mama just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. Pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mama.
Life has just begun. I can't wait for you to listen to that back.
Now the tequila's getting to me.
So I think it's pretty clear who won that round, but it's a very fun game if you ever want to play with your family. It's pretty easy.
I think I need to karaoke more, and I need to listen.
Well, we should do that tonight, actually, with the whole family, and maybe
Okay.
we'll post it to the story.
Okay.
So thanks again, guys, for playing, and thanks for being with us on our first month of video podcasting.
And ending it on Allie's golden birthday and Thirsty
28th
Thursday.
And Thirsty Thursday.
Yes.
We're so excited for what's yet to come.
Uh-huh.
And
But you guys have to subscribe if you haven't already.
subscribe
Right?
and share. Most importantly, share.
And now that it's episode 5, we're also on Spotify.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool.
So you'll see us there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys again for being our first followers and supporters. And we can't wait to have more content for you.
And if you guys like us, you should tell your friends.